Okay, what is going on? And welcome back to the Juggernaut Show, everybody. And today, I'm here to review WrestleMania Backlash from 2022. But before we get started, I'm gonna roll that intro. You guys go get your drink, go get whatever you need, go get your drink, go get your snacks, whatever you need. And I'm gonna roll that intro, and I'll be right back, and we'll discuss WrestleMania Backlash 2022. So I'll be right back.
Welcome in to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always, I mean always, he means always, she means always, they mean always, you mean always, an instant classic.
Danny Dog! Hi, JJJ.
We will see you on the flippity dippity. Oh yeah.
Okay, how's everybody doing today? And this is a little late review. So WrestleMania Backlash was last Sunday, May 8th, which was on Mother's Day, which I'm finally getting around to reviewing the show. Actually, sitting down and actually watching the show because I've been busy a lot lately. But hey, nonetheless, I'm here to give you my review of WrestleMania Backlash. But overall thoughts on the show before I start off with this review. Overall, I didn't really have any expectations going into the show. You look up and down this card. A lot of the matches are rematches from WrestleMania, which that's why it's called WrestleMania Backlash. A whole bunch of rematches. A lot of wrestlers want to get their revenge. So it makes sense. And then you also look at there's no, the main title isn't on the line. The Undisputed Championship isn't on the line. So, some people aren't going to care about the show. The main title isn't here. It's in, they're doing a 6-man tag for the main event. It's like, well, why people care about this? But by the end of the night, I actually was thoroughly surprised with the show. It was actually pretty decent. And, as of late, I've been enjoying what, the main roster has been doing a little bit. It's like Monday Night Raw, which Monday Night Raw has been pretty decent, which is very, very surprising to say. I don't usually say that, like it's a rare occasion where I say, oh, Monday Night Raw has been decent as of late. And it actually has been. But what WWE needs to quit doing is releasing all this talent. And because, especially, it's hard to buy into the product when you're constantly releasing talent. It really is. It really is. So I wish WWE would do something different there. But let's go ahead and get started with this review. Let's go wasting time now. So the first match that started off the show was Cody Rhodes going up against Seth Rollins, or Seth Freakin Rollins. You gotta put that freaking in there, because if you don't, then this is Seth Rollins. But Seth Rollins here. So this is a WrestleMania rematch here. And I think this match was better than their Mania match, in my opinion. We all knew that, Rollins was going to be coming back. We all knew that he was going to be the mystery guy at Mania. But, Rollins, he keeps saying, that he wasn't ready. He wasn't prepared for that match against Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes had the upper advantage. But I feel like this match here was so much better. Both guys are very crisp in the ring. They countered a lot of moves from each other. Like I said, it was a very crisp match. I enjoyed it. Like I said, each guy knew what they wanted to do. And they were working very well together. And I felt like this match should have been the main event, in my opinion, and maybe had the 6-man tag start off the show. But that's just me. But Cody Rhodes did end up winning the match by he was an Okada roll or a jackknife. No, he did an Okada roll because Rollins did it back to him. He pulled the tights, and then Cody Rhodes pulled the tights onto. Cody Rhodes pulled Rollins tights, and then after the match, Rollins was arguing with the referee and all that. But I thought this was a really good match. I really enjoyed the spot where Rollins did the superplex off the top row and the Falcon's Arrow. That was nice. Like I said, both guys were looking very good in the ring. They had really good chemistry. I think this was definitely the best match tonight, in my opinion. Like, I really enjoyed it. And so Cody Rhodes has won 2 in a row against Rollins. So, does this match go to Hell in a Cell? Is this going to be a Hell in a Cell match? I mean, it possibly can be, but do you make Seth Rollins lose 3 in a row at the next pay-per-view? Like, does he lose another one? Because he wanted to keep Cody Rhodes looking strong. Which originally... No. I was going with Cody in my predictions. I couldn't really remember. Because it's been a while since I did my predictions. But, yeah, I just wonder what they're going to do with Rollins. Or, like, if he's going to have a rematch. If this is going to go to Hell in a Cell. Which, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if this goes to Hell in a Cell. But, yeah, solid opener here. This match got like 20 minutes. It was a solid match. And then the next match we had was Omos and MVP was in the corner. Going up against Bobby Lashley. I think this was one of the weakest matches of the night. I mean, this was a Mania rematch also. Like I said, majority of these matches are from Mania rematches. Except like 1 or 2. Yeah, I think this was a step down from their Mania match. It wasn't that good. Very slow. I mean, MVP assisted Omos to, helping him get the win here. I mean, it was kind of a tale of two halves here, or a tale like the beginning of the match was like very slow, and then Omos, he tried to pick up the pace during like the second half of the match, but yeah, this was not a very good match. Omos won, and I hope they're done with this feud because I don't want to see Bobby Lashley go on to something else, and who knows what, they keep dominating, or they keep rising Omos up and stuff. So I guess we'll see what happens. He still needs a lot of stuff work in the ring because he's not, he's a big man. He's not the greatest worker in the ring. But hey, I wasn't a big fan of this match at all. Omos won though by like the, Great Khali used to do, like the Punjabi slam or like the two-handed choke slam. That's how Omos won the match. But going on to the next match we had was Edge going up against AJ Styles. And Damian Priest was barred from ringside in this match here. I thought this was a really good match. Was it better than the Mania match? No, I don't think it was better than the Mania match. But like, both guys were out of the gate. They were really showing a sense of urgency here in this match. I like the moonsault, like the springboard moonsault on the outside of the ring that AJ Styles did. That was nice. They were both doing some like really good submission counters, like when AJ Styles had in the calf crusher during the match. Edge countered it nicely into the crossface. That was nice during the match. But Edge didn't win the match, which this was one of the matches I was wrong with, because I go like, they're gonna let AJ get a win back here, but no, he lost, which was really, really surprising. Like when Damian Priest came out, he didn't go over didn't go into the ringside area, so he still wasn't technically breaking the rules. He wasn't breaking the rules at all, But then we have Finn Balor come out, to even out the odds. So Finn Balor brawled a little bit with Damian Priest. And then we had this hooded wrestler come out, or hooded person come out. We didn't know who it was. Helped Edge get the win here. And then after the match, they took off their hood, and it was Rhea Ripley, which, a lot of people have been predicting Rhea Ripley. It's been a lot of rumors going around that Rhea Ripley is going to be the next person to be a part of Judgment Day. Also, Finn Balor was another person to be a part of Judgment Day, which who knows if that's still going to be the case. I wouldn't be mad at it, because to have some matches with AJ Styles and Finn Balor, I think that'd be a breath of fresh air for Finn Balor. I think that'd be pretty good for him if he would join Judgment Day, because it's a darker faction and stuff, and I feel like this character that Edge is doing right now is kind of more in favoring his faction. Like, he's not wrestling these matches to this like put on 5-star classics. No, he's doing it more for his faction. Like, you care about more about the faction than you like. Going into these like Edge versus AJ Styles matches, I was like, oh man, these are gonna be some great matches. You know, they're gonna be like hitting so much. He's gonna be hitting so much spears. You know, AJ Styles is gonna be doing a lot of phenomenal moves. But no, it really hasn't been the case here. That really hasn't been the case. It's been like Edge has been, more wrestling towards like how his character is right now. More of like a methodical pace. What he's doing. Like it's like I said, it's more in favor in his faction. Really building up his faction more, which I kind of like what they're doing right here. Like, I mean, we had Edge, part of the Brood and stuff. This is kind of like a second part of the Brood. He's just a darker, the Undertaker Edge. That's why I was calling him back at Mania. Because I like how he's wearing his purple gear and all that. And he just looks so much evil. He looks a lot evil. More evil? I don't even know if I'm even talking correctly right now. But, I mean, he's looking more methodical and more darker. Which I like that. But, I mean, it was a solid match here. And I guess we'll see who gets involved, who becomes the next person in Judgment Day. But, yeah, solid match here. And then the next match we had was an I Quit match for the WWE SmackDown Championship, Women's Championship. Charlotte Flair was defending the title against Ronda Rousey. Majority of this match was like a, brawl ringside. They brawled they fought on the stage. They even went brawling in the crowd, which I thought that was nice. A lot of submissions in this match. I even like how both women, they were refusing to quit because, both women can come off as bitches, Not the biggest fan of both women here. Especially Charlotte, how she wins it feels like she wins every single match. But there was this one spot in the match where I like where they both had candlesticks and they were just like wailing each other with the candlesticks. I really enjoyed that spot. I also like the spot where they were brawling and fighting in the crowd, and Ronda Rousey got put in a submission through like the railing, or like the railing. I thought that was pretty cool, like on the steps. I thought that was cool. But we had a new SmackDown Women's Champion. I like how Charlotte, she said Happy Mother's Day, because this was on Mother's Day, and Ronda Rousey is a mother. But then Ronda Rousey put a armbar on. And then I like how the armbar was like through the steel chair, so I thought that was pretty cool. And then Charlotte, Ronda asked, if Charlotte wanted to quit. She said no. And then Ronda Rousey goes like, I hope you say that. And she like leans back more into the armbar, and Charlotte Flair says she quits. So, new SmackDown Women's Champion, Ronda Rousey. I thought it was a decent match. There was actually one thing that was kind of irritating me a bit through the match, where the fans just kept asking for tables. They just kept asking for tables during the whole match. They're like, we want tables. Like, hey, guys, chill out. Chill out here. I mean, that was kind of taken away from the match. The crowd was kind of baffling me why they kept wanting tables. But I mean, it was a solid match. Both women worked really well together. I thought it was good here, and I like the way they were saying how they were refusing to quit, especially Ronda Rousey, because she does come off as a bitch. And the way she was asking Charlotte to quit and stuff. So, like I said, solid match here. I Quit matches can go like one of two ways. It could be really good or it could be bad. It could have you dumbfounded. Which I thought this wasn't the case. I thought it was decent here. It wasn't dumbfounded here. So, I thought it was good. And then the next match we had was Madcap Moss going up against Happy Corbin. It was a solid match here. I mean, I don't think the fans really cared about this match, to be honest. I mean, they weren't really booing. They weren't giving Happy Corbin, a reaction here. And, Madcap Moss, he's still new into WWE. He's still trying to get over with the crowd. And, this match actually didn't feel like a squash match. or not a squash match. It didn't feel like a filler match. It actually felt important. You know, they even had like a vignette for this match. So, like I said, it felt important here. It felt like an actual, you know, they were actually trying to build something up here. You know, because Madcap Moss and Happy Corbin, you know, they haven't been on the best of terms as of late, you know, especially the loss at Mania that Happy Corbin took. So, you know, they finally broke up as a team. But Happy Corbin won this match. I don't really remember how he won. So I don't remember how he won, but all I know is Madcap Moss won. You know, like I said, I really wasn't paying attention much to this match. But, I mean, I don't really have much else to say about this match. So let's move on to the main event. So we got the Bloodline, Orton, Reigns and The Usos going up against Drew McIntyre and RK-Bro, Randy Orton and Riddle. Now, I thought this was a really good match. You know, this match got most of the time in, you know, out of all the matches, which it should have been. Like I said, I thought this match should have opened up the show, and I thought the faces should have won this match. Because, you know, there's rumors going around that Drew McIntyre is going to be facing Roman Reigns at Hell in a Cell, which then I also seen that Roman Reigns might not be defending the title at Hell in a Cell, so I have no idea what's going on. Maybe he's like taking a break for this next show, or maybe he's maybe taking a break till Money in the Bank. I have no idea. But I thought this was really good. I thought all guys, you know, they were doing, you know, they were hitting all their spots in the match. I thought it was really good. Randy Orton, he was so over in this match. You know, when he got that hot tag in the match, you know, he was hitting clotheslines, hitting RKOs on people. He even hit his vintage DDT, you know, vintage Randy Orton there. That was nice in the match. The Usos, they were looking dominant. We didn't see much of Roman Reigns in the match, you know, because you know, he's still trying to, you know, rehab his like injury and stuff, you know, so he doesn't want to get injured and stuff. So they had more of the Usos take control of this match, which this was a really dominant match for quite a while. Like, this was like a tale of like two matches here. Like, you have Riddle, he get beat up a lot, you know, get dominated by the Bloodline, you know, the Usos and Roman Reigns. And then, like I said, finally when Riddle made the hot tag to Randy Orton, this match, like, this completely light switch went off in that team. Like, it's like the pace quickened it. It was really good. And like I said, I thought Randy Orton was the most over in this match. I even liked the Uranagi that Roman Reigns did through the announce table onto Drew McIntyre. That was nice in the match. Like I said, the Usos, they were hitting a lot of super kicks here. I like the RKO off the top rope that Riddle did. That was nice during the match. Drew McIntyre, you know, he was looking pretty decent. Like I said, I feel like he's going to be the next person to face Roman Reigns for the Undisputed Championship. But it was definitely solid here. The Bloodline did end up winning the match. That Riddle took the pinfall here after, you know, taking the spear from Roman Reigns. So, I mean, I felt like that was right, you know, to still have, you know, I mean, Roman Reigns, you know, he's been dominant, you know, for 2 years now, you know, so might as well have the Bloodline win, I guess. So I understand what they're doing, but like I said, I felt like they should have had the face team win, because, you know, no titles are on the line here, and one of the Usos could have got pinned. You know, they wouldn't have had to pin Roman Reigns. They could have pinned, like I said, they could have pinned one of the Usos, like Drew McIntyre. I think Drew McIntyre, if they had the face win, Drew McIntyre would have got the W for him and pinned one of the Usos. But, you know, they wanted to go the other way and keep the Bloodline looking dominant. Which, you know, this Friday, which is, what was this Friday here? The 20th. We're actually going to get that unification of the Raw and SmackDown Championships. Which I don't know why they're not waiting until the pay-per-view to do it. But I feel like that the Usos are going to take the titles. I just have a feeling that the Bloodline, they're going to hold all these championships. Which I wish that was a match that happened at WrestleMania Backlash. The Undisputed, like, took the Raw SmackDown title, the Raw and SmackDown championships, tag team championships. I wish I would have done that. Like I said, it was a tall match here. Like I said, the Bloodline won. And, that was my WrestleMania Backlash 2022 review. Overall, I thought that was a good show. Not the greatest, pay-per-view, but it was good. I think my favorite match of the night was probably the opener with Rollins and Cody Rhodes. I thought that was really good. The 6-man tag was good here. The Edge and AJ match was good. I mean, it's kind of been a little underwhelming at some points. It's not like been like I said, a 5-star classic. But yeah, I mean, it was definitely a solid show, and I guess we'll see where, these storylines go from here on. With going into Hell in a Cell, going into these summer months here. This is a good time for WWE because I was a big fan of like their summer months. During the summer pay-per-views and stuff. And then Money Bank's gonna be coming up here in July. And then of course we got the next biggest pay-per-view, which is SummerSlam. So, hey, it's gonna be interesting to see what's going on here. And then of course stuff with AEW that's going on. With the Owen Hart tournament. And then you got Double or Nothing coming up here in a few weeks. During Memorial Weekend. And then I'm also going to be going to Monday Night Raw on Memorial Day, so stay tuned for that. I might do a vlog for that. But if this is your first time ever checking out my channel, smash that subscribe button, for more content. Also, hit that notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video. So don't go like, oh yeah, when's Juggernaut making a new video? Well, because you already have the notification bell on. Also, go follow me on all my social media platforms. Go follow me on Twitter at TheTrueJSB. You can see that right down there. You can go follow me on Instagram, TheTrueJSB. And also, go subscribe to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast. The only podcast that is always, and I mean always, it is a classic. And also, go subscribe to the T.A.G. Podcast, the Average Gamers Podcast. And also, if you want to go buy some of our Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast merch on Pro Wrestling Tees, go right over there. So, we got a lot of things. Got a lot of things going on. And I'm going to do some more retro reviews. I'm going to do some Judgment Day reviews here for the pay-per-views. I'm going to be reviewing those for the rest of the month of May here. But, as your boy Juggernaut saying peace out. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. So, I'll see you guys when I see you. So, do so.